Yes, I'm Professor George Trawick, and I teach in the cybersecurity department. This is a good question for me because I spent 28 years as an active duty officer, worked as a artilleryman for a few years, and then became a IT and cybersecurity officer the last 12 years of my career. As I went for my master's program, I was introduced to what was the IRMC. We're now the College of Information and Cyberspace, and that was back in '03. And that's where I found what we do here so intriguing. So I went back, I finished my certificate here, the CIO certificate and the cybersecurity certificate, and I used that for the rest of my career in the Army. And meanwhile, I also finished my work as my doctorate work as a PhD student, and determined I wanted to come back and teach. And I had an opportunity to apply here, and I spent my last year as an active duty officer here, just filling it out, making sure this is what I wanted to do. I've been very fortunate to be brought on staff here this past year. Really, my area of expertise is security, information assurance, and risk management. The term of computer security is kind of old hat now. You know, we're looking at cybersecurity and risk management, holistic risk management, whether it's as a chief information officer or security officer. So that's really where my expertise falls. I also have some expertise in cryptography and encryption. Well, I've been fortunate to actually, in the short time I've been here, to straddle in two departments. So I started off in the cybersecurity department, teaching the accreditation and course, which we call the Authority to Operate course, because it fit really well with my experience coming out of the Army, where I was doing accreditation and certifications with the Army. After that, I moved over to the CIO department. So for the last year, I've been working in the Chief Information Officers Department, teaching in the CIO course. You know, and that course teaches the executive level managers how to be as Chief Information Officer. And now I'm moving back into the cybersecurity department, where I'll go back into teaching the accreditation and authorization course, as well as teaching in the information assurance and ensuring the information infrastructure courses, and teaching lessons in the other as well. The biggest challenge in the job here is staying current. Cyberspace is very dynamic, cybersecurity even more so. So keeping current on the current topics and folding that back into the curriculum. Our students are in the fight. They're not typical college students or university students. Our students are in the fight. They're coming to us with the most current knowledge and current experience. So, and they want to move that forward. So we've got to be ahead of them. We've got to be thought leaders in our field. So, you know, getting the curriculum and getting it where we can teach it, but also keeping it current and fresh is the most challenging piece for us. I'll tell you, what I do, and I've done for 2 decades now outside of the military, outside of academia, is I work with the children's hospitals around the globe and around the nation. It's one of the things I've been able to do in my military career as we move around the Shriners Hospital. So I'm actually a Shriners clown, and that's what I spend my time volunteering, going to the hospitals, and you know, you see us in the parades and all, and that's fine. That's our public face. It's the individual attention with the children and doing things to help brighten their time. That's what I do. That's how I spend my time outside of the college here. I guess my number one piece of advice for students interested is don't hesitate. Get signed up, get enrolled into the school, and make that first step, whether it's a DL course or an ERES course. Make it happen. Make that first course happen and see what this is all about. And then, like I did, once they do that, they'll fall in love with how we do things, and they'll see how it's so different from any of their other experiences, both online or in person, that there'll be no turning back.